exercises do you
Uh,
do?
just just learn,
Just
or
mm-hmm,
also I follow some very hard positions
mm-hmm,
through the YouTube. Like
mm-hmm,
I subscribe the YouTuber who exercise a lot and show
mm-hmm.
very difficult pose. So
So you like,
mm-mm.
yeah, go ahead.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Um, so you are like uh doing this posts that are also being done by this YouTuber.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. Well, aside from exercising, what
Mm-hmm.
other hobbies do you have?
Mm, well, I like watching YouTube or
Mm-hmm.
watching the Netflix American drama.
Ooh, you like
Mm-mm.
watching Netflix. I love Netflix. What
Yeah.
what are your favorite Netflix movies?
This that I'm interested in watching Prison Break.
Oh, Prison Break.
Mm.
Yeah, I have heard of it, and I'm planning to watch it, but yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, you should have watched this.
Is it a good movie?
Yeah, it is a very
Mm,
good movie, and also every scene, they have the
mm,
new episode. I mean the new event every episode. So
mm.
and but it is very interesting.
Okay.
So you can
Well,
focus on.
you know
Mm-hmm.
what? If I have free time, maybe I'll watch that movie.
Mm-mm.
uh, yeah. Well, I love that you like watching movies because I love movies. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead with the article. So what do you think are the benefits of having hobbies?
I think that the one of the good things is I can structure my time because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I became lazy, especially for the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't have any schedule,
Mm-hmm.
but if there is a schedule for my hobby, then I try to think about what should I have to do today.
Mm-hmm.
So I can manage my time very
Okay.
well.
Well, that's nice to hear that you are somehow using your
Mm-mm.
time for your hobbies
Mm-mm.
because is it like a stress reliever for you? Does it remove your stress?
Yes. Yes, stress reliever.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Well, let's go ahead and learn some new vocabulary. So let's
Mm-mm.
learn some new words that are in the article. So let's
Mm-mm.
have this first one. We
Mm-mm.
have rejuvenate. Have you encountered it before?
Oh, yes, but I forgot the meaning of this word.
Oh, okay. So the
Oh,
meaning of this word is
seem
like
younger.
feeling younger, feeling
Give you
energized.
energy.
So that's rejuvenate.
Mm-hmm.
So do you feel rejuvenated when you exercise?
Yes, because I don't know, but after finishing my exercise, I feel very energetic and I feel
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Feel younger.
Well,
Mm-mm.
I really like how you have been doing your exercises because it means that you are committed in being healthy, right?
Mm-mm.
So, yeah, I really like people who want to invest more on being healthy,
Mm-mm.
like exercising. Can you use
Yes.
rejuvenate in a sentence?
Hmm. I can. I feel rejuvenate whenever I
Mm-hmm.
exercise a lot.
rejuvenate whenever I exercise a lot. So I'm going to put the sentence here on the screen. So
Mm-mm.
do you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So make sure that when you use the rejuvenate as an adjective, because here you use it as an adjective.
Mm-mm.
So make sure that you use the past tense of rejuvenate. So make it rejuvenated.
Mm-mm.
So
Rejuvenated.
yeah, I feel rejuvenated whenever I exercise. You can remove this a lot.
Mm-mm.
So it can be a better sentence if you would use I feel rejuvenated whenever I exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, can you use I feel rejuvenated in another sentence?
Or can we skip this making the sentence?
Sure, sure,
Yes, because I'm not that interested in making the sentence.
sure. Let's go ahead and learn some new words, other words. So, have you encountered lose yourself?
Yes, I know.
Okay. What does it mean?
It when you focus only on what you are doing, you do not notice time. Like, mm, it is very difficult to explain, but
Yeah, it's okay. Lose yourself actually has two meanings. So, the first meaning of lose yourself is like, being crazy or being out of your mind. So, that's
mm-mm,
the first meaning of lose yourself. And then the second meaning is like you focus on one thing, but you forget other things. So that's the second meaning of the word or of the
mm-mm.
phrase lose yourself. So,
Okay.
but um
Oh,
if
if you
ever
don't
that
mind,
yeah, go ahead.
can we go to another articles because I just want to talk with you instead of the
Yeah, sure.
making or listening this word, the meaning of the words.
Sure. What
Thank you.
article do you want?
I also read Boy Hits Painting.
I'm sorry.
Boy Hits Painting.
Okay. So, let's go ahead and look at the article. So,
Mm-mm.
have you already read this entirely?
Yes, I already read it.
Okay. What have you learned from the article?
Mm, learn something. I didn't learn something, but this article say that the boy hit
Mm-hmm.
painting, but he didn't know it. The boy hit this painting unintentionally. So
Mm-hmm.
the owner of the place where the painting
Mm-hmm.
just let him go. Just forgive him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well,
Mm-mm.
have you tried painting before?
Yes, when I was elementary school student,
Mm. Well, what have you painted? I'm interested.
I painted. I have to imagine the future world, and based on my imagination, I have to draw something like the robots or something like the new one that can happen in the future. So at the time
Mm.
I draw some the robots and
Mm-hmm.
some the people, and they are trying to, how can I say that? They are trying to crops
I'm
crops
sorry.
the crops
Cr-
crops
crops. C
yeah
R
crop
O P S.
yeah crops crops some vegetables
Oh,
fruits.
like they're trying to,
Mm-mm.
let's say, grow some vegetables.
Yeah, grow some vegetables. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So, um, is this a art subject perhaps in your elementary or a competition?
Yeah, it was competition and I
Ooh,
got
a
award
competition.
at the time and it
Ooh,
was
it seems that
my mm-mm.
you're a good painter.
At the time, but not right now. I'm not that interested in the painting, so
hmm
mm-mm.
But yeah, congratulations, you had an award for your painting.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Is that the only painting that you had before?
I drew on other things, but I forgot it. And also
Mm.
in we also draw some the sentence. Like how
Mm-hmm.
can I say that? We have to make a new sentence for the environment. For
Oh, you're like
example, mm-mm,
doing a slogan?
yeah, slogan, drawing some
Mm.
slogans that we yeah, and we have to think about the good sentence for the slogans,
Mm-hmm.
and based on what we think, we draw the slogans as well.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Well, when it comes to the environment, um, have you been able to visit a museum before?
Museum. Yes, I already been to uh Louvre Museum,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been to a lot of the museum in another country.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Ooh. Do you like museums?
No, I don't like,
No.
but this is
Why?
because I'm not that interested in the pictures
Mm.
or the statue. Mm-hmm. But I think that the museum is one of the attractions in each country. So
Mm-hmm.
like the visiting a museum is a must try
Mm-hmm.
things when we go travel to know their cultures or to know the atmosphere in that country. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I decided to visit like the whole museum in another country.
To which country have you been before?
I've been to the Paris for the Louvre Museum.
Paris?
Yeah, Paris.
Oh, Europe.
Yep.
Ooh, it's amazing. It's one of my dreams to go to Europe someday. Well, what have you
Hmm.
done in Europe?
Actually, I studied in Sweden.
Mm.
So
What did you study?
I study English literature.
Ooh, English literature. Um, is it like a postgraduate program? Do you know that? Is it
Uh, no, it was just exchange student.
as an exchange student?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, how many years have you taken this English literature?
I have taken English literature for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like one is for in Sweden and 1 year for in my university, and another 2 years I learned another major.
Oh, what major is it?
I learned the North Korean studies.
North Korean studies.
Mm-mm.
Ooh, so it's more on the culture of North Korean. Am I correct?
Yeah, 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 it
La-
is right. The culture and their politics raising and their real
Yeah.
life. Yes, and so on.
What have you what made you interested about North Korean studies?
Because North Korea, the major of the North Korean study was very uncommon major
Mhm.
in our country, and in my country we only have how can I say that, only that major was not uncommon major, and
Mhm.
only my university have those major, this major.
It's
So
more on not common.
not
It's
common,
more on you can use the word uncommon.
uncommon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
It's very uncommon.
Mm-mm.
So
So,
you have been somehow interested in this one because it's very uncommon in your country.
mm-mm.
Yeah. Did someone influence you, or like did you just it just popped out in your mind? Oh, I want to study about North Korea. Is it
Mm-mm.
like that?
Yes, pop up my mind.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Can you tell me because I am aware of South Korea, but I really don't know what is the major difference between North Korea and South Korea. Can you
About the
give me an
major?
idea?
About the
Yeah,
major? When it comes
yeah.
to the, oh, I couldn't understand that you want to know about the differences between South Korean major and North Korean major.
Yeah. Well,
Mm-mm.
it's more on what's the difference between South Korean and North Korean studies? Is it not like you do like
Uh,
one whole study of the entire Korea? There is nothing like that.
Sorry.
Is there a study for entire Korea, like it includes North Korea and South Korea? I'm just interested. Do you have like
Uh,
a study like that?
no,
No.
I'm not sure. But when it comes to the South Korean studies, they usually learn the structure of the South Korean,
Mhm.
the words, and
Mhm.
also they learn some mm, the historical book.
Mhm.
So they,
Historical books.
yeah, books. So they need to study about that card, that history, and
Mhm.
I'm not sure, but they probably learn some historical books.
Mhm.
And North Korea, when it comes to North Korean, we don't need to learn the North Korean word, sentence or word, but we should learn the how to unify together and what is the
Mm.
strategy for unification. Mm-hmm.
Unification.
Mm-mm.
Well, somehow I have been interested in the history of Korea.
Mm-mm.
Is it true that before you
Mm-mm.
had what we call the three kingdoms?
Ah, yes.
Yeah, because I love watching Korean novellas, historical Korean novellas, and I heard about Sheila and
Ah,
then
Yeshila, Goguryeo, and
Baekje.
Baekje. Yes.
Ooh, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Is it um like
Mm-mm.
somehow is it true that it was divided into three kingdoms?
Yes. But I think that it included the Chinese, China, and Japan.
Oh, so
Uh,
when you had the three kingdoms, it included Japan and China.
yeah, Japan and China.
Mm, that's
So like Three
somehow
Kingdom,
interesting.
yeah, sometimes the Three Kingdom used it to be Korea, but
Mhm.
they sprayed each other and they fought each other. So sometimes the Korea get more ground, or sometimes the China get more ground. Finally, I heard that the China um won the
Mm-hmm.
fight, won the word.
Mm-hmm.
So after all, the China get more continents
Mm-hmm.
than Korea and Japan.
Well, as I see it, China really has a large
Powerful,
land
yeah.
mass.
Mm-mm,
um, well, when it comes to the history of Korea, I really love the history of Korea. It's
mm-mm,
somehow like unique. It's
mm-mm,
somehow grand. It's
mm-mm,
beautiful.
mm.
Don't you say? Yeah.
Yeah, I also agree that it's. I like the clothes, the like traditional clothes, and the
Yeah.
traditional house, which is very unique.
Yeah. It's more on like made of your houses, traditional houses made of wood. Am I correct?
Made from wood.
Wood.
Yeah, it
Mm.
was. But right now we
Mm.
have just apartment building.
You had an apartment, a building like um a traditional house like that.
No, no, I mean right now we don't have any traditional house because it is
Mhm.
too old and it it take a lot of ground.
Mhm.
So instead of the traditional house, we have just apartment building. So
Mhm.
mm,
Do you believe that traditional houses are part of art?
part of art. Ah, yes, Bec-
Why do you think so?
because the figure of that traditional house is very beautiful. They
Mhm.
have like soft. Can I say that soft figure when it comes
Mhm.
to the loft? The figure of the
Mhm.
loaf is very beautiful and very soft line
Mhm.
instead of just the scare. We have a lot of
Yeah.
mm,
Do traditional houses of Korea have second floors? Because I rarely see one. Do they
mm,
have second floors?
no, we don't have. We only have one
One
floors.
floor. Oh,
Mm-mm,
okay. Yeah. Well, when it comes to houses, it's somehow art, right? Like it's
mm-mm,
how people back then
mm-mm,
were able to design houses,
mm-mm,
design structures. Yeah.
mm-mm.
By the way, where are you in Korea right now?
I'm living Ilsan, which is near Seoul.
Near Seoul. Do
Mm-mm.
you go to Seoul often?
Not that often, but twice in a week
Tw-
I go to Seoul for my academy or for meeting my friends.
so your friends are mostly at Seoul.
Yes.
Mm. Well, I would want to go to Korea someday. I really
Mm-hmm.
love the Korean culture. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that's it. It seems that it's near our end time. Do you have
Yes.
questions for me?
Nope.
None so far. I really love having this conversation with you. I learned some things about,
Me
Korean
too.
culture.
Mm-mm.
It's yeah, I somehow like learning other cultures. It helps me
Yes.
figure out how people live in other countries, especially in
Mm-mm.
Korea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No questions?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Stay
Thank
safe,
you. Bye
stay
bye.
healthy, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye bye.